This video will focus on the topic of East meets West. Ketchup. Chinese or Western cuisine, ketchup is something you would not miss. Some people don't like the red color because it looks like blood, but as a huge ketchup fan, I can't live without it, especially when it comes to having French fries at the fast food chains. Same as mustard and curry, ketchup was mainly from abroad in the early days. However, this reddish sauce was actually invented by the Chinese residing in America. Tomatoes are cheap, and that is why Chinese chefs like to cook them into a sauce to complement the meat dishes. Do you know where the name ketchup came from? The story came from the famous movie Pulp Fiction. 3 tomatoes were walking down the street when the baby tomato was lagging behind. The father tomato got angry, so he went back and squishes him and says, "Ketchup!" If you didn't like the joke, legend has it that locals became a fan of the sauce. They didn't speak English well then. They simply put it in their own expression, "Ketchup," and so it became today's ketchup. Ketchup is used differently around the world. In the Philippines, they have banana ketchup because tomatoes ran short during World War II. Don't worry, they taste the same. In Germany, locals put curry powdered spiked ketchup on sausages during beer festivals. And in Canada, they invented ketchup cake, a sweet red frosted layer cake that is usually served as a dessert. On the other side of the world, we know Chinese use it as the base for our beloved sweet and sour sauce, and as the base for many other sauces, it simply cannot go wrong. But there might be an exception. In Chicago, ketchup is not too popular. If you get caught putting ketchup on a hot dog in Chicago, you will immediately be identified as a foreigner. Some might even be offended by your food taste. In Chicago, acceptable hot dog toppings are yellow mustard, tomato, dill pickle, onions, peppers, celery salt, and occasionally relish. Never will you find ketchup on the list. Of all the cultural norms, one thing to keep in mind is that when you're enjoying your main course, it doesn't matter if it is ketchup or mustard, there is always a proper way to serve. Never directly pour the sauce on top or over all your food. Always remember to squeeze a portion to the side. If it is a steak, slice out a small piece, dip it gently in the sauce, then fork it towards your mouth. These etiquette details are easily overlooked, but they definitely show how mannered and educated you are. If you are looking to make a first good impression, these are the small details you shouldn't miss.